The day my phone ruined everything. Mobile phone face with tears of joy. It started like any other Thursday in Brooklyn, with the smell of stale coffee and the faint hum of traffic outside my window. I, Amir Khan, a 27-year-old software engineer, had just moved to the States from Pakistan 3 years ago. Life had been a balancing act between survival and small joys, working long hours, paying rent, and trying not to feel like a stranger in a city that never sleeps. That morning, I was scrolling through my phone, my lifeline, my distraction, my silent companion, when it all went wrong. The first message came from Jenna, my girlfriend of 2 years. She was a freelance photographer with an infectious laugh that always made me forget my worries. Her message was simple: meet me at the park around 4, need to talk. A twinge of anxiety ran down my spine, but I ignored it, thinking maybe she found a new opportunity or something at work. I spent the day coding, sipping black coffee, occasionally glancing at my phone, the screen lighting up like a little beacon of hope. By 3:45 p.m., I was at the park, nervously pacing. Jenna was already there, sitting on our favorite bench, sunlight catching her hair in golden streaks. I waved, and she smiled, but there was a tension in her eyes that I couldn't place. Before I could speak, her phone buzzed. She looked at it, and her face changed. Not just a little, but like someone had flipped a switch inside her. Panic. Fear. Hurt. Amir, she said, her voice shaking, I think we need to talk about your phone. I froze. My phone, my mind raced. Had someone hacked me? Had I done something wrong? You sent a picture to my friend David. Her voice cracked. Last night. My heart sank. I didn't even know what she meant. I pulled out my phone, my fingers trembling. Screenshots. Messages. And there it was, a private picture I had accidentally sent not to David, but my boss. And from the look on Jenna's face, everyone in her circle had seen it too. It was absurd, comical almost. I laughed nervously, trying to explain, but Jenna's expression was unreadable. The laughter felt wrong. The phone, that small device, had turned my life into a public spectacle. Amir, do you even realize what this looks like? She asked. Tears glistened in her eyes. People are talking. Everyone knows. And I can't. She trailed off. I felt my chest tighten. Not just embarrassment, but shame, the kind that seeps into your bones. I wanted to reach for her hand, to explain that it was an accident, but the words stuck in my throat. By the next morning, social media had done its work. Friends, acquaintances, even people I barely knew were commenting, sharing, laughing. It was as if my entire life had been condensed into a humiliating meme. Work wasn't better. My boss called me in, trying to be professional but failing miserably. You need to be careful with your personal device, Amir, he said, trying to hide a smirk. This incident reflects poorly. It was the first time I truly understood how something as small as a phone could control your life. One tiny mistake, one mistap, and everything you built, your relationships, your reputation, your self-respect, could unravel in seconds. The real twist came when Jenna stopped answering my calls. Her silence was louder than any words. I spent days walking the streets of Brooklyn, phone in hand, staring at notifications I didn't want, hoping for a reply that never came. One evening, exhausted and desperate, I wandered into a small, dimly lit cafe in Williamsburg. The kind of place where people play guitar and sip lattes in quiet corners. I sat alone, my phone buzzing relentlessly in my pocket, feeling like the world's cruelest joke. Then I saw him, a man in his 50s, wiry and calm, sitting across the room. He looked at me with eyes that seemed to see straight into my chaos. "You look like someone who's lost more than just a phone," he said. I laughed bitterly. "You have no idea." He did, in some strange way. Over the next hour, he told me stories of his life, immigration, mistakes, regrets, moments that had felt like the end of the world but had somehow led him somewhere better. "The thing about mistakes, Amir," he said, leaning closer, "is that they only ruin your life if you let them. Your phone didn't ruin you. You did nothing wrong. It's the shame, the fear of judgment, that's eating you alive." It hit me like a punch. He was right. I had let a simple accident dictate my reality. I had let my pride and embarrassment cage me. The next morning, I deleted the picture, deactivated my social accounts for a week, and wrote Jenna a letter, not on the phone, not on email, but a real, tangible letter. I poured everything in it: apologies, explanations, fear, love. I left it at her door with a small bouquet of flowers. Days passed. I walked by the park, the streets, the cafe, each step a mix of hope and dread. And then, one late afternoon, I saw her. Jenna, smiling shyly, holding the letter. She looked at me, and for the first time in a week, I saw something that felt like forgiveness in her eyes. "I was angry," she said softly. "But I know it was an accident. And, maybe we needed a reminder that life isn't always perfect. Phones, mistakes, gossip, it's all temporary. What matters is us." I felt tears prick my eyes. The day my phone had ruined everything became the day I realized how fragile and absurd life could be. One device, one click, one mistake, it almost destroyed love, but it also reminded me what really mattered. We walked together, the city buzzing around us, our hands intertwined. And I promised myself, silently, that no screen, no notification, no accidental tap would ever hold the power to ruin me or us again. Sometimes, life humbles you in the most ridiculous ways. Sometimes, a phone can feel like the enemy, but in the end, it just reminds you that humanity, the messy, beautiful, fragile humanity, is still in charge.